Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Chef Dundon Productions. Um, I hope that you all are doing well. This is our very first live stream here on this channel. All right. And we are also streaming on the Chef Don page as well. All right, because I want to get this story out there and I want everybody to know exactly what's going on. And we are going to get into it. Shout out to the three people that are in the room. Okay. You know, and shout out to the new subscribers here on the channel. We have a couple of things that we're going to get into, but I want to let you guys know that this story is going to be very touching. Um, could cause some emotions to, rattle up a little bit because this is a very tough story. So, we're going to talk about that. But if you're not subscribed to the backup channel, please go ahead and make sure you get subscribed. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure that, you hear when we go live. Okay. Hit the notification bell. All right. So, we're going to get into this story. Um, let's see. Okay. It's Oneisha Shearin. Okay. We're gonna talk about this story. Like I said, it is a really heart-wrenching story, but I feel like more people need to be talking about it. Because this reminds me of the Shanquilla story. And I'm gonna be straight up and honest with you guys, especially how this thing was reported. We're gonna get into all of that. All right. Hey Ashley, how are you? What's going on, Annette? What's going on, Veronica? What's going on, PN2 Ross? And I guess it'll tell me if anybody comment on the other page. But hello to everyone coming in. Please make sure you hit that like button. We are here to get into the story of Miss Oneisha. This is a very sensitive topic, so I want to make sure that you guys understand that. But I want to also make sure that we get this story out because again, it reminds me too much of Shanquilla. Now, these are going to be the thoughts and opinions of thoughts and opinions here. We are going to be reading some articles in which I'm going to paste the articles in the description box of this video so that you guys will be able to see it. Okay. So I wanted to make sure that we get that out of the way. All right. Here we go. Give me 1 second here. So we're gonna do a couple of things here. This is probably not gonna be the shortest live at all, okay? But what we're gonna do here is thank you so much, P2 Ross. What's going on? What's going on, Brittany? What's going on, Shonda? What's going on, Karen? Just want to let you know this is gonna be touching. What's up, Alice? How are you? It's gonna be very touching. But this is what I need you guys to do. We gotta get this story out just like we got Shanquilla's out. Shanquilla's was touching, it was triggering, it was hurtful, but we got to get this story out just as bad as we were able, or I won't say just as bad, but we were able to get Shanquilla's story out. I want to be able to get this young lady's story out as well. All right. So give me one moment here. You guys, please make sure you hit that like button up on your entrance into the room. All right. Um, we're here to talk about justice. And once we get into this story, you guys will understand why I mean that this story sounds so much like Shanquilla's story, and y'all, I don't even know what to say. It's heartbreaking, but we're gonna get into it. Here. Hey Karen, how are you? All right. So now let me present my screen. Hey Juan Davis, how are you? How are you? Okay, let me add this and then we'll be able to share the screen. If it here, okay, here we go. All right. So wait a minute. Now here we go. All right. So shout out to the North Carolina beat, Gerald. He is the one that done this or got this story out there really big, and then also he did an interview with the parents as well. So let's get into this again. Trigger warning to everyone coming into the room. Let's get into it. All right. Virginia parents want their daughter's friend and her family investigated after their daughter died in Puerto Rico. I'm going to repeat this again. This story sounds a lot like Shanquilla's story. Okay. It sounds a lot like it. So once I get into it, you guys will understand why I'm saying that. Oneisha Shearin, 30, died in February in Puerto Rico. And her parents from Virginia believe that her friend and her friend's family unalived her. They are asking for a criminal investigation into her death. Now, Maggie and Timothy Watkins told the North Carolina Beat that they have been fighting for a criminal investigation into their daughter's death since February, and they stated that their daughter left for Puerto Rico with her friend Monica Harris and Monica Harris's family on Thursday, February the 23rd. Um, Hold on one second, y'all. Let me put this banner down here. Who doing? There we go. All right. So let's get back into it. Now they stated that their daughter left for Puerto Rico with her friend Monica Harris and Monica Harris's family on Thursday, February the 23rd. The trip included no blood relatives of Oneisha. Okay. So that is a super important. The trip did not include any relatives of Oneisha on this trip. All right. And there's a picture of her right there. Now, Maggie stated that she spoke with her daughter briefly around 2 p.m. on Friday, February the 24th. So, this is the day after they arrived in Puerto Rico. Now, she stated that Oneisha told her that she was having a good time and that they would talk later. Maggie stated that she was checking in with her child as a mother would. Now, Maggie and Timothy received a strange phone call 2 days later on Saturday, February the 25th. And this will be 2 days later from them leaving and going to Puerto Rico, which they did not believe was real. They thought that they were being pranked and their daughter was behind the prank, but they had no idea that Oneisha was actually really dead. A phone call came in that she was gone, that she has passed away, Maggie said. It was a very nonchalant phone call. Now, Maggie and Timothy said that Monica told them that everyone had been drinking on Friday night and that Oneisha needed to lie down because she was intoxicated. According to Maggie and Timothy, Monica told them that their daughter got up to use the restroom around 6:45 a.m. and Monica later found her in the bathroom making a funny noise, such as moaning. Maggie stated that Monica informed them that she couldn't get Oneisha to respond to her commands. So she called Maggie. Maggie is the mother, Timothy is the father. Okay. So just want to kind of give you guys an update on that. Now, before we get further into this, this definitely again sounds very much so like the Shinkwilla case, because remember they called and said the same thing. So I was just like, wow, this is crazy. So this is Miss Maggie here. Now Maggie stated that she told Monica to call 911 instead of her. Monica got off of the phone and dialed 911. Maggie told the North Carolina Beat that Monica called her back 15 minutes later and asked if Oneisha had any medical issue. Maggie said that she told Monica that her daughter had no medical issues. Maggie said that Monica then hung up the phone without providing any context of her question about Onisha's medical history. Maggie stated that Monica called her back 30 minutes later to inform her that her daughter was dead. Whew. It wasn't that I didn't believe it. It was just the way she said it, Maggie said. I just knew it was a joke because of how she said it. Maggie stated that she hung up on Monica and dialed Onisha's number. She said that she couldn't keep track of how many times she called and left voicemails. Maggie and her husband couldn't believe that their daughter had died. Maggie claimed that she was able to obtain videos and photographs of her daughter taken in Puerto Rico from Monica. She believed that her daughter was already dead Friday night after seeing photos and hearing Monica's story. Onisha can be seen having a good time, appearing to be tipsy in two videos obtained by the North Carolina Beat. But Monica's family keeps pushing her to take shots. Okay. It's unclear if they were playing a game, but if they were, Monica didn't mention anything about it when she spoke to Maggie. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me remove this really quick because some of these photographs are pretty graphic. And just in this video, they're kind of forcing her to drink out of one cup specifically. And she's stating that she's never done this. And I don't really want to put these pictures up here, so to speak. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Yeah, I can't find it in my heart to put these photographs up here, but here's what I'll say. The photographs, here's what I'll do. I'll put the if you feel like you can stomach those photographs, I'll put the link in the chat. And you could you could definitely take a look at those photographs because they are again very, heart wrenching. So in the photographs, they're mentioning that um only some of these photographs didn't come out until way after a month after. So her mom is going to explain. So we're going to listen to the interview between the mom and Gerald and how this all went down. But according to the mom, this is just this it's just extremely heartbreaking, y'all. Like I don't even know how to what other way to put it. I don't know what other way to put it. Oh, okay. Hold on one second. All destinations. Now let's do it. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hold on. Okay. I just wanted to make sure the link was actually in the chat. Okay. So this is the story of Miss Onisha so far, what we've gotten. Again, I'm in this interview, they actually do put the photographs up there, but I'm gonna make sure at that particular point in the interview that I throw the thumbnail back up there so that you guys don't have to, you know, suffer through it. Okay. So give me just a minute. Um, that's not what I was trying to do. Hit that like button, y'all. Please, please, please hit that like button. All right, and let's get into Gerald. and then we are going to take a listen at this interview. Okay. Um,
No.
and I did ask my good brother if I could use this first, so I did my due diligence there. And here is his link to Gerald's video. If you guys would like to go check it out after, but I'm about to play it right now. Um, all right, y'all. Okay, so again, this is the interview between Gerald and the parents. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Nearly 6 months now to get justice. Make sure you thumbs up. They are the mother and the father of Oneisha Shearin. Okay, let me make sure I got this right. Hello,
Hey.
how y'all doing? Come on over a little bit, Miss Maggie. We can't see you.
Oh, now.
Come on over a little bit. There you go. All
Okay.
right, we can see y'all. We can see y'all now. How are y'all doing tonight?
We holding up.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I know it's so hard, and I know that you all have been fighting for nearly 6 months now to get justice for your baby, your daughter, um, Oneisha. And I'm so happy to be able to be a part of this. I want to show you guys a picture of Oneisha right here. As you see, a beautiful young lady who had a whole life ahead of her, had things going on for herself, and to just see a friend, or someone, she thought was a friend, I mean, not just be honest about what happened, just tell the truth. And I know that's what you all want to know. And it has been so difficult to get that because no criminal investigation has yet been open.
Yeah.
And you all have been fighting
Yeah.
for this 30-year-old, your daughter. Can you tell us about that? First of all, can you tell us a little bit about Oneisha?
You want to start?
Good.
Yeah. If you ever met her, she's the light of any room.
Yeah.
She just her heart is so huge,
Mhm.
and she just a wonderful person.
Yeah. Yeah.
She uh,
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. No, it's a little hard.
she would rather be unhappy to see other people happy.
Yes, ma'am.
Just
Mm. Yeah, I
she
know.
trusted
Hmm.
so many people,
Yeah.
and
She's a good girl. Mr. Timothy, how would you describe your daughter? What type of lady is she? How is she, Oneisha?
Man, uh, she can light up a room.
Mm. Yeah,
uh, man,
yeah, yeah. She's all around. She's a good person.
man,
Um,
she
you got
she give her heart to anybody.
yeah, yeah.
I really admire Gerald's interview skills because I feel like your ultimate goal is interviewing someone with a story as such. You have to look at all angles. You have to look at how you're treating them because you want to make them feel warm. You want to make them feel welcome. You also don't want to engage in what the chat is saying because once you engage in what the chat is saying, you say one negative thing and it kind of can throw them off. So I admire Gerald for his interviewing skills because I know that it can't be easy. I know for me, it's not easy whatsoever. And so having to get them to be comfortable before they get ready to actually express the true story. I feel like he did that, and I think that's amazing. But anyway, let's keep going.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. Wow. 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 Um, your fight for nearly 6 months has been a tough one. Can you tell us about this fight that you all have been going through to get justice? First, I want to ask you, um, can you talk about that moment that you got that phone call that from Monica about what happened to your daughter?
Yes, it was a Saturday, February the 25th.
Hmm.
I was laying in the bed around just little after 6 o'clock, 6 a.m.,
Yeah.
about 6:40, 6:45 a.m. around
Yeah.
that time. I got the phone call and it was Monica Harris on the phone, and she said, "Mom," and I was like, "Huh?" Like
Hmm.
I knew it wasn't my daughter, but she was like, she called me Mom. She
Yeah.
said, "I want to let you know that Cookie not doing well. She's making a funny noise and whatnot." And she was saying how she had been drinking
Yeah.
Friday night, and they came back to the room, and Oneisha had to lay down and whatnot. She was explaining what happened on
Yeah.
Friday, but she was like, but now she's in the bathroom, she's making a funny noise, and she's not responding to me.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. I said, you need to call 911 or whatever. You
Right.
need to call someone. And at the time, I think she did. She hung up the phone with
Hmm.
me, and around 20, about 20 minutes later, I would
Hmm.
say,
Yeah.
she called back and said the paramedics are here and they want to know if she have any medical problems. And I
Hmm.
said, no, she don't have any medical problems. She's
Yeah.
fine. She don't have any medical problems. And I didn't hear anything in the background. It was just pretty much silent,
Silent. Yeah.
from what I can, I didn't hear anything. So
Yeah.
she was like, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back.
Mhm.
So she hung up the phone. I would say maybe less than 30 minutes, 15. I'm not really
Mhm.
sure, but it was less than 30 minutes. She
Mhm.
called me back and said, Oneisha, gone. I said, gone. They took her to the hospital. You know what? She said, no, she's
Mhm.
dead. Just like,
Mm.
she's dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I instantly just got angry. I got
Mhm.
angry because I knew it had to been a joke. And I was like, put my daughter on the phone. Put
Yeah.
her on the phone.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't put her on the phone.
Yeah.
I said, put her on the phone. She said, I can't.
Mhm.
I told you she's dead. And I said, Oneisha know not to play with me like this. I said, don't do this. Don't do this. And she's like, I'm not playing. She's dead. So I hung up.
Mhm.
I hung the phone up. I started calling my daughter's phone.
Yeah.
I called her phone so many times,
Yeah.
it started going to voicemail.
Mm.
I left messages on the phone to my daughter,
Yeah.
begging her to call me.
Mhm.
Please call me, because this is not funny, Cookie. Don't do this to me. Don't
Yeah.
do this. So
Yeah.
at this point, it was just unreal to me,
Mm. Yeah.
and it wasn't real until I got the phone call from forensic.
Mhm. Tell
And
us
when
about that. What was the phone call? First, let me ask you this. When Monica called the first time to let you know about Oneisha being gone, and when she asked you, did she have any medical problems, and then hung up the phone, did she ask you why she wanted to know that, or she just hung up? I mean, how? I mean,
no, she said that the paramedics wanted to know if she had
okay,
any medical
okay. So the paramedics wanted to know.
problems.
So tell us about the forensics. Um, what did you learn?
Well, first of all, when my husband, I was in the bedroom. By this
Hmm.
time, almost all my family had arrived to the house,
Hmm.
and I was in the room on the bed. And my husband said, "You get ready to get a phone call."
Hmm.
I said, "Okay," and it was forensic, the medical examiners on the phone,
Right. Right.
and they said, "We sorry for your loss, but only we sorry for the loss of your daughter, Oneisha Shearin. She's deceased, but we want to know if you want to donate her organs."
Mm.
Man.
That's what they said to me
Right.
right after they said he was sorry for the
Your
loss
loss.
of our child.
Right. So that's when you found out that it was real. Um Now Onisha she went on the trip with Monica and Monica's family. So no family of Onisha went on the trip. She just went with Monica and Monica's family, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you spoke to your daughter that Saturday.
No, I
Excuse
spoke
me,
with
that
her
Friday. That Friday. And what did she tell you? She told you she was having fun. What else did she tell you?
Well, she texted me and said that
Mhm.
she had made it and that she was okay.
Mhm.
I can't even get the message out my phone, but she texted me and said, "I'm
Mhm.
okay, Ladybug." Um,
Right.
and I said, "Okay, baby, I love you, and you make
Mhm.
sure you call me or text me every single day." And she's
Right.
like, "I will, Mom. I love you."
Right.
And that
Yeah.
was on Friday.
That was on Friday. And Friday was the night that they were partying, having a party. I don't know. I'm tongue tied tonight, y'all. But they was out having a good time that night. Um, so you spoke to Monica and first let me go to these videos. I want to play these videos. We want to talk about these videos real quick before I move forward. All right, y'all. So the first video is just videos of
Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the videos. The videos aren't the graphic part. The graphic part is the pictures, and I don't really plan on showing the pictures because I think the pictures, I don't know. Like I said, I did put the link in the chat. If you guys would like to go look at those pictures, you're more than welcome to do so. Um, Number one, I got this on the public platform. Not that I've monetized this video, but I want to make sure because it's on a public platform that they don't try to flag it. But what I will say is I want you guys to pay really close attention. Hey, Simply Eloquent. Well, yes, it is. Hey, everybody coming here via Speaks Royally. Everybody coming in. What her organs something is really foul. It reminds me of Kanika Jenkins. Yeah, that and Shanquilla. I mean, because again, and I hate to compare the stories, but literally, you're in Puerto Rico. You are going away with your friends, I mean, or with a friend and family. And y'all, I don't really think that this has much to do with it, but I was honestly thinking, what type of friend was she to Monica? And I don't mean this in no disrespectful way, but was she like were her and Monica girlfriends? Were their relationship more like is this a DV type you know what I'm just asking because it just feels really weird. Again, you go away with your friends, y'all. When we I might just go ahead and just let y'all see the pictures briefly, but you'll see that it looks like as if she was propped up and it kind of was almost like the same situation with with Shanquilla. Remember when we heard that? Okay, maybe in the bathroom they would sit. It all just sounds crazy to me, and our friends don't do this. This is crazy to me. But let's keep going.
Onisha taking shots. Let me ask you this: Did Monica at any point tell you that they were playing a game, drinking game, or anything?
I think she said something to my husband about it was a game. After we seen
Mhm.
was able to see this video that she about to post.
Videos,
And
right?
I think she explained to my husband it was some kind of game they was playing.
Right. But when she first called you about everything, she ain't mentioned nothing about them playing a game and
No, no,
no.
no, not at all.
All right. Now, Miss Maggie, what is it important about these videos that you want people to pay attention to?
I want them to pay attention to how in this video, no one else is drinking,
Mm-hmm.
and they're focusing on her drinking out of Pacific cup,
Mm-hmm.
and the way they looking and trying to like direct her to, if it's just you taking a shot, no one is going to be trying to direct you to drink this, do this or do that. It's you're going to take the shot and we're gonna
Right.
keep it moving or whatever. But
Right.
it was
Right.
so focusing on and
Mm-hmm.
on what cup she's drinking, and
Mhm.
they was real focused on that. And then you
Right.
look at her shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You don't when she's standing up drinking, and in that video, you see
Mm-hmm.
no blood spots
No
on
blood.
this shirt. And this was on Friday around. This supposed to be around 7 o'clock, 7:30 p.m.
Seven. Okay.
You don't see any blood. But
Right.
then when you look at the next picture when she's on that couch,
Yep. Which we're gonna show too.
you
Mm-hmm.
would see the blood. And this was supposed to be right after she had been drinking or whatever.
Right.
You
Right.
see the
Right.
blood. And
Right.
we noticed is some blood on her pants too.
Mhm.
Also
Oh,
noticed, I don't think we
yeah.
seen it. We just saw that
Y'all,
tonight.
yeah. Oh,
Kind
really? Okay, okay. And I want you to point that out too. Is this on the pants while she's sitting on the toilet or on the couch?
on the couch, but you can
Okay,
tell it's been kind of wiped off, but you can
okay,
tell it's a little spot of blood.
okay, okay. And Miss Maggie and Tim, you all give me permission to post these photos so the people tonight can see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So let's go. Go
wanna
ahead.
tell you something
Sure.
else too,
Yes,
too.
sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want them also to pay attention to her hands.
Okay.
Because her hands is bent up on the couch, and her hands the same way on that toilet.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna pay attention to that. And that's the blood and the hands is also is new information to me as well. So we're gonna see that tonight once I show that. So
And
we want to play these.
Y'all, y'all probably asking the same question I'm asking. Why is there blood in the picture if this was caused by her drinking too much? Did anybody ask? Did anybody? Why are we talking about blood if the true reason Monica called the mom and told the mom again? We've heard this before about someone over drinking, and y'all act like grown adults. You now go to somewhere else, and now all of a sudden you can't hold your liquor, you can't drink and stuff like that. I am so sick of people going places and folks trying to say uh alcohol is the reason. How is alcohol the reason if she been drinking all her life? That to me is, oh, this just beyond me. Okay, sorry.
Videos. Go ahead, Dad.
and also on that couch, if you look at her shirt, where her shirt wet at, is wet on the right side. But if you look on the toilet, her whole shirt wet all over again.
Yeah.
All wet on the left side. Man's wet
Right.
all over again.
Right. 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 Right.
And
And
also them towels that's on her head, they dry. It was covering up marks. And I have them marks of her when she first got here.
yeah, and
Um,
we're gonna talk about that too because that is also an important role. So right now, and let me say this: until Miss Maggie and Mr. Timothy got these videos and these pictures, the story is that Oneisha, the same as they did in the Shanquella Robinson case about this alcohol. This girl is 30 years old. This girl been drinking since was in her 20s. She know how to
yes.
drink, and if you pay attention, she even gonna
Like in real life, why do we keep saying why is it that something go on and happen? Y'all dumb self keep on saying something about alcohol. I'm so with him. And if alcohol was the issue, where did blood come from? Where did blood come from?
say she ain't never done this before. So that lets you know that she don't drink like that. that she knows she would never drink to a point where she will pass out or put herself in a predicament where she got to go late. You get what I'm saying? You know, we in Puerto Rico, we having fun. So hell, why not? You know what I'm saying? But pay attention to everything that Miss Maggie and Mr. Timothy told you. All right, let's go to the video.
It might be your birthday cookies. Yeah.
Hey, if you ain't took them back
This
time,
normally be Jen.
That's the easiest way.
Oh.
Oh, you got the bucket?
Wait, no.
That's
Wait,
another cup.
That's her line. That's when she failed.
What's in that cup?
The line, that's the liquor.
That's the first. That's your picked up. That's the first cup she picked up. First cup you picked up. That's the first one she picked up. Your first line in. Yeah.
If y'all pay attention, that's not where the hold on. I gotta run that back because that's not where she
Okay.
Oh.
I'm saying, but pay attention to everything that Miss Maggie and Mr. Timothy told you. All right, let's go to the video.
Look at this, y'all. Okay, she got this cup in her hand, right? Pay attention to where she pours versus where they say the cup where she poured something into it is pay attention. I promise y'all, pay attention, please. Let me see if I can do something. I don't know how to do it on here. Oh, yes, I do. I'm gonna slow it down just a little bit. Y'all pay attention to that cup and pay attention to what's being poured and how. Pay attention. Oh, wait. Okay.
Hey, if you ain't took them back
This
time,
normally be Jen.
All right, the second cup right there.
That's the easiest way.
Pick up a line
Oh, you
out
got the
of
bucket?
a different cup.
Another cup.
That's her line. That's when she failed.
What's in that cup?
The line, that's the liquor.
That's the first. That's your picked up. That's the first cup she picked up. First cup you picked up. That's the first one she picked up. Your first line in. Yeah.
I drank it. I ain't never did it before.
Okay,
Yeah,
so let me now. You heard her say, she never did this before. Let me bring the mother and father back up. Okay, now I'm gonna play a longer video. I just want y'all to watch. This one was her saying she never did this before. All right, so here go the other video.
No. All right. Okay.
Look, I take the lime off for you, so you don't.
I need the line.
Yeah, but you can get them out the cup.
You can just suck them from out the cup.
Where was you at when I needed? What was your antennas? I need you on the elevator.
She said, call her.
What elevator was you on?
Run.
I took him over here. All right.
You
told him I don't. You told him I don't.
I told you, you better hold that joint tight.
No, don't worry about the lemon. You need to drink that. Then you get your lemon. That way you don't fuck up.
Okay. God damn.
That'll be two more.
What you scooping over?
I'm moving the lemon out the way because I ain't want you to walk this way.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Really, in real life, this is real talk, and I'm not saying this just to be saying this, but one thing I have never done. One thing you can't do is ever pressure me to participate in a drinking game, a smoking game, or any type of game like that. You're not gonna peer pressure me. I am grown. You not finna pressure me into drink. If we playing a drinking game and you tell me, we making you drink Parmesan or I don't know. I'm just naming something or versus tequila, and you forcing me like you're not forcing me to drink nothing. I'm sorry. I don't. As a grown person, you're not doing it. And honestly, and let's be completely clear, I don't have to be drunk to have a good time. You do not got to be drunk to have a good time. I'm just saying.
I thought you was looking. I was
Take that damn shot. You had a whole bottle.
All right, go ahead. Hey, look, you take it. It's gonna be 12 o'clock.
Okay.
This gonna be you
It's
tomorrow.
It's gonna be me tomorrow. I know how to handle mine. I
walk
walk
with
with
some
some
of
of
that
that
cup.
cup. Some of that cups.
whew.
Um, so um, so that's the video. Now I want to show these pictures, and let me warn y'all, these photos are graphic. Okay. Now before I get to those,
I really don't know if I want to show the pictures because I don't. I think the part about the pictures that really get me the most is that it looks like she's already deceased in these pictures, and she gave the Monica girl gave the mom these pictures as if these pictures actually, I guess, was supposed to try to prove her point. I don't know. I can't rock with no homie that pressures me to drink, y'all. I can't rock with nobody that pressures me to do anything. Y'all be careful who you are around, because I get it when you are away, you having a good time, you doing that stuff, but y'all, we got to be careful. Hey, Mrs. Parker, what happened to alcohol poison? It is still such a thing as alcohol poison, but where is all this blood and stuff coming from? I'm just saying.
before I get to those, let's go to what Mr. Timothy, what you brought up.
We're gonna get
Y'all
this story
got
out, y'all. I'm
Onisha's
gonna just
body
show this.
back,
We're gonna get this
and
story
you
out.
all
We
found
gotta get
out
it out.
that she had fingernail scratches across her markings on her face, I believe. She had a knot on the side of her head, on her neck, um, 2 knots, and other bruises. Can you tell us about what you saw on your daughter's body?
Uh, First of all, me and my wife had went in there, but she couldn't make it too much through the door, so I had took her back up front.
Yeah,
Made sure she was all right, and I went in there and talked to her.
yeah,
And pretty much just looking at her, some just came to me for real, and I was trying to look on the other side of her, and I couldn't. So I took and I pretty much leaned across her body because it was a wall on the left side of her,
mhm,
and I just started snapping pictures or whatever because I had seen a fingernail on my, and it was still pinkish, so
right,
it wasn't nothing old.
right.
After that, I didn't realize them knots
Mhm.
until the pictures showed after I got to the house and looked at all the pictures I took.
Right. Yeah.
Her whole left side was swollen.
Wow. I want to show everybody Monica Harris right here. She's in this photo right here, just to the left of Oneisha. This is her. This is Monica Harris. Now, I contacted Monica and I asked her if she would like to speak to me in reference to her friend being murdered. She declined. She said that her friend had not been murdered and or anything suspicious happened to her. And I pointed out that, well, why is this blood here? Well, how is it that she's on the toilet like this? I mean, the point was, girl, you said that this young lady died from drinking too much alcohol or what have you, or she got drunk rather. But this family don't know how their daughter died because they don't have a toxicology report nor an autopsy. So when you guys went to the funeral home and Mr. Timothy, you saw your daughter's body and you took those photos and you got home and you looked at those photos and you saw those injuries. What did y'all do then? Did you call Monica?
Well, she knew we was going to the funeral home that day. Once, because my
Mama,
daughter.
can you come over? Can you come in a little bit? We want to
Right.
see you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So Monica had been, reaching out to us the whole time
Hmm.
while my daughter's body was still in Puerto Rico.
Hmm.
So the day that she knew the day that my daughter supposed to arrive
Right.
to the airport and to the
Hmm.
funeral home. So
Right.
she had called me earlier that day and I said, well, we're going to the funeral home. I think it was at 4 o'clock.
Hmm.
Well,
No, Yeah, he called at 10 o'clock and said that we can come at 1 o'clock.
Okay, so
Okay.
the child's funeral home called
Right.
and said, well, first they had told me that we wouldn't be able to see her. They said it would just be best that we did not see her right now. So I just said, well, look, I said, I haven't seen my daughter. You know, it's been a month because it took a month for her to get back. I said, I
Right.
need to see her. I need to see her. So
Mhm.
he called and said, okay, just you and your husband could come. Just you and your husband. So Monica had called me earlier that day,
Mhm.
and I let her know that we was going to go view our daughter's body.
Mhm.
So she said, "Can I come?" And I said, "No, it can only be me and her dad, my husband."
Mhm.
So I said, "But I'll call you when we."
Girl, to be truthful, Monica, I feel like the only reason why you wanted to go is so to see how much information. Monica, I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Okay.
get back. And she said,
Right.
"Okay." So as my husband stated, when we got there, I couldn't do it. I got to the door
Mhm.
and I couldn't go no further at the time.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was able to go up to her and take the pictures
Mhm.
and whatnot. But back to how Monica ended up coming to the house that night, because when I called her and said, "Look, my husband had pictures." No, I didn't say it. I didn't tell her that.
That was after. That was a few days.
No, I let her
Mhm.
know. I said I didn't tell her that you took pictures. I said when we got to the funeral home, Oneisha got fingernail cuts and
Right.
bruises on her face.
Right.
And she
Right.
was like, "Oh, where you at now?" I said, I'm on my way home.
Mhm.
I need to come see you. I didn't want to show you this, but I
Right.
need to come see you. I want to come see you." So I said, "Okay." So when she got to the house, she sat at the kitchen table with me
Mhm.
and she opened up her phone. She
Yeah.
said, "I just want to show you something." These pictures she been had in her phone. Now this has been a month from the time she had been coming to see us and all that.
Mhm.
It's a whole month this
Wow.
time. She
Wow.
never showed me none of these pictures. She said, "I want to show you these pictures because I want you to see
Yeah.
that she didn't have nothing on her face, no cuts, no bruises on her face when I last saw her."
Mhm.
So I said, "Okay." So she opened up the phone and pulled up these pictures. Now I'm just trying to stay, when she's showing me these pictures, I'm
Mhm.
just losing it, but I'm trying to stay calm.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I can continue to get more pictures and stuff. So she
Right.
had these pictures in her phone. Wait a minute, hold
Mhm.
on. She had these pictures in her phone the whole time
Mhm.
and never
Right.
exposed these pictures and showed me these pictures. But
Right. Right.
until I said that we had, we seen Oneisha and she had the scratches and the bruises on her face. So
Mhm.
she had these pictures to, I guess, to prove to me that it wasn't nothing on her face, but the washcloth is covering where the marks are.
Right. Right. They are.
So that didn't really prove nothing to me other
Mhm.
than who would take these pictures who would take pictures like this
Of their friend like
of their
that.
friend? Who would do that?
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
was she supposed to have just passed away on the toilet, but you got time and you got a clear head to go in there and take pictures of her like that.
Mhm. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I'm going to post these photos and I want to let you know the first photo we're going to is going to be on the couch. And Mr. Timothy, again, we're going to point out and Miss Maggie, we're going to point out those areas, new areas that you all saw. Um, these photos are graphic. Okay. They are graphic. And I want to let you know that. All right. So this is the first photo right here. Now you see where the arrow is pointing. That's blood. But if you remember the videos that I played, there was no blood anywhere on near Onisha's sleeves, neither her pants. We don't believe it because we didn't see any of it. But in this photo, we obviously see blood on her shirt. Now, Mr. Timothy, can you tell us? I don't have a cursor where people can see, but can you kind of give us an idea of where you see that blood stain? You believe it?
Right on her. If you zoom in all the way on the right side of her shorts at the bottom, you'll see a spot. And then if you look at it, it's like it's been dried up some more on the side. If you zoom in, because her shorts pink.
Okay. And y'all, this photo is on our website too. We'll have an updated story so we can point out those new things. Now, Miss Maggie and Mr. Timothy, this is the towel that you all were talking about. And it is dry. And if you can see it, I got my logo across it a little bit, but you can kind of see where her shirt is wet up there. And you can also see her hand, as you stated. Now
her hand on the right side, all bent.
Right. Yep. I see that. Yeah. So, and right, absolutely. So this is Friday night. This is the night that Monica claimed that she got tipsy and she needed to go lay down. Now, do y'all believe she was already deceased in this photo?
I do.
Yeah. Wow. So,
and if she wasn't deceased in that photo, I know if I see someone laying like that, I'm gonna call 911.
Yeah.
Right then and there.
It doesn't look like
clearly,
she's sleeping.
But I really believe she's already deceased in that photo.
Yeah. And this is Friday night. Now, she told you when she called, because she didn't call you to win. Was it Saturday, right? Saturday morning. Okay, so early Saturday morning, because this is my thing. If y'all outside partying and having fun, and y'all say Oneisha had to get up and go lay down because she was too drunk, so at no point did anybody walk past back and forth this area to see that obviously something was wrong? Did anybody check or anything? So y'all just walk past. But then on Saturday morning, what time was it, Miss Maggie?
Around 6:30, 6:40, somewhere.
So that Saturday, early that morning, around the time Miss Maggie said, February the 25th of this year, girl, you gonna call this family and tell this family that Oneisha she went up and went to the bathroom, and y'all believe she's dead. Okay, we believe that she was dead Friday night before you called this family. And I believe that everybody there, including Monica Harris and her family, know what happened from the time that y'all claimed she went and laid down to the time that y'all called Miss Maggie and Mr. Timothy and lied to them.
Yeah.
Now, let me show y'all this second photo.
Okay, I ain't gonna put the second photo up here. Hold up. Cause she's all on the toilet. Y'all, and I just don't feel like this.
Puerto Rico. This is before my daughter even got back over here.
Yeah.
She said they was doing hooked up to some machines and they was doing CPR and whatnot.
Yeah.
It didn't, I didn't have these pictures that you see with my daughter on the toilet.
Right.
I didn't have these pictures. So I just went along with the paramedics did CPR and they was doing what they was supposed to do to try to save my daughter's life. Because she said she was breathing but making funny noises. So after we got these pictures with my daughter on the toilet, and I said, when was this? She said, that's when she had passed away in the bathroom. And I said, well, I didn't even say it to her. In my mind, I'm saying, how did they do CPR?
Right.
You can't do CPR if you're in an upright position. You have
you have to be laid.
Hard surface area. You have to be laid down.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Therefore, I said, oh no. I said, something ain't even adding up here. CPR wasn't done because they wouldn't have did CPR and then set her back on the toilet. They wouldn't have did that. So I called over to Puerto Rico and found out I was able to talk to the police that did the
Right.
statement from the
Yeah.
paramedics. And
Right.
they
Right.
said the reason why it wasn't CPR, nothing done, because when they arrived, my daughter did not have no signs of life, none. So it wasn't no need to do CPR because when they arrived, they knew she had no signs of life. So that tells me that she was
Already.
deceased already.
Not only was she already deceased, but they told a bald-faced lie to this woman. They told this woman that the paramedics came and performed CPR. I didn't show the picture, y'all, because I do feel like the picture is way much more graphic than the first one that I showed y'all. But literally in this picture, they have pulled her pants down and set her on the toilet. Okay. They have set her upright on the toilet. And this may sound a little graphic, but it looks as if her eyes have rolled back, or she's just not there with her eyes. She's not there at all with her eyes. So what Miss Maggie is saying, CPR was performed, if CPR was performed, she would have had to been laying down on the ground in order for them to do it, or some type of surface in which CPR could be performed. But she was sitting upright on the toilet with her pants down. Okay. They wouldn't have did CPR, figured that they couldn't do CPR, and sit her back upright on the toilet. That's facts. But why? I mean, you lied to the parents. Come on, yo. Like, I think the thing that bothers me the most is when people try to tap dance on people's intelligence as if they don't know, or they're not intelligent enough to put two and two together. Nobody is crazy enough to believe that they came in and done CPR. And then she's confirming to us that she spoke with the paramedics over in Puerto Rico, and they said when they arrived, she had no signs of life. So they did not perform CPR. Monica lied to this lady.
Yeah. And let me ask you this. Let me ask let me ask y'all this. Because it was interesting what you just said. So when Oneisha called you that morning and told you that Oneisha went to the bathroom, did she tell you that this is the time that she found her in the bathroom, or she was saying as if she had just went there and
No, Monica, when she told us the story about Cookie being in the bathroom, she said she was saying something about she heard her in the bathroom. They was on the couch sleep or something, and she heard her in the bathroom, and she went into the bathroom.
Yeah. So she would have still had like a heartbeat, a real faint heartbeat by the time the paramedics got there. Because if she called you when she heard the noise and you told her, well, call the paramedics, then that means, that's not even a whole minute, to do all of that. To, hey, Oneisha, what, and hang up.
It still doesn't make sense, because why in the world? I mean, it wasn't like Monica called the paramedics and the paramedics really came and did CPR and then literally propped her back up, wrapped all them towels around her head to show that it wasn't. Man, say, Monica, girl, you got some slaining to do. You and your family. Because remember, y'all, that was her family that was there. That was Monica's family that was there with her. There, none of Oneisha's family was there. It was just Monica and her family. Whew.
Up and call 911 and then them get somebody there. So yeah, I agree with y'all. I believe that Oneisha was already, I believe, like you said, she was dead Friday night.
Yes.
And so now your daughter is deceased. You find all of this information out. You go to the police. Can you tell us about how your experience has been with Richmond, Virginia Police Department? Can you tell us about all of that?
It's been awful. First, I went to Henrico,
Okay.
Henrico, and explained to them the story, and they kept saying, "Well, it's not in our jurisdiction. You got to take that up with Puerto Rico." And I was just
Right.
letting them know that I was having a hard time getting even people to speak English to me
Right.
over there, and
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time. It
Right.
was like, well, it's out of our jurisdiction. So I was like, but I know, it's a part of the United States. So I'm not
Yeah.
understanding.
Yeah.
And my daughter was a resident to Richmond, Virginia. So y'all
Hmm.
can't have me. So
Right.
so I left from Henrico because they couldn't help me. Went to Richmond City. They
Okay.
still couldn't help me. They say the same thing.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just not getting any help from no authorities at all.
Right.
Embassy, same thing. No, they not trying to help me. They saying it's the United States, but I'm not getting any help. Call Puerto Rico police department. First they said that it was an open warrant
Hmm.
for Monica Harris, and they was gonna call me back. And then the story changed after a couple of weeks. It was like, no, the warrant that they must have seen was when they took Monica down the first time for her interview when this
Hmm.
first happened
Question.
at the hotel.
Yeah.
Her to the
Yeah.
for her interview. They
Yeah.
was trying to tell me that's what they was talking about, which
Hmm.
I don't believe
Crazy,
that.
man.
Right.
But
Me either. Yeah.
I just can't get no one give me any information. They keep saying you need to wait till you get the autopsy before anybody, would do anything. I need to wait to get the autopsy. It's been almost 6 months. I still haven't got an autopsy.
And you have been contacting the place where you can get the autopsy, right? No
Yeah,
autopsy, no toxicology report. So no police department where y'all live allowed y'all to even file a police report on
no,
anything. And
no,
and that's what pisses me off because Puerto Rico is part of the United States. And I felt like that although technically it is out of their jurisdiction, I feel like that they could have contacted somebody in the United States embassy or the FBI or the SBI and told them that we have a mother and father here who believes that their daughter was killed in Puerto Rico while she was over there with her friend and her friend's family. They couldn't even give this family no pointers, no directions.
no. I
And the
also I'm gonna call
mm,
so many people. Um,
mm, mm, mm.
just I'd have called so many people. I'd have reached out to so many people and no help, none.
Come back
We
over in the camera a little bit,
talked to
Miss
a
Maggie.
private medical examiner, for another autopsy.
Miss
But
Maggie, fish your camera a little bit. Come, yeah, okay, yeah, there
how
you
about
go.
right there?
Yeah, you good. Yeah, you good. Uh huh.
Okay, that's
You
good.
good. Yep, you're good.
So we reached out to a private medical examiner
Hmm.
to do another autopsy, but of course the cost for that it'll be
Yeah,
over 15,000 just
yeah,
to do that, and then they not gonna give me a guarantee that they will be able to even get us any results
right.
because
Yeah,
the amount of time it's been.
right. And then when you say results, are you talking about like tell you what the cause is?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. Wow. But did Puerto Rico do an autopsy? Were
yes,
you told they did? They did one, and
yeah.
that's
They said
and
she had a
mm,
full autopsy.
Well, autopsy.
yeah,
They even told us that the autopsy was done and they was waiting for the people to sign off on
Yeah.
it. And that been 2 months ago.
yeah, and still nothing.
And then also I wanted to point out when my wife was talking about when she
She
talked to
did
the paramedic.
via speaks.
When I was coming down the
Story.
hall in the room and he told us that she let him know that we was going to Puerto Rico to file the same thing we was trying to file here. So that
Right,
was we was letting them know, you know what I mean, about our child. So when he
right.
told my wife, we had said we gave her the first name, Oneisha. We
Hmm.
ain't had to give him the second name. He said, Shearin. We were like, yeah. He said, oh, it's an open case. That's exactly what he said. And he said that, and when she said Monica Harris, he said, yeah. And also, I let my wife know that he also said that the child was victimized. So there's no way they thought about that was something at the beginning.
Yeah.
When they first did a questionnaire for Monica because we gave her permission to. She was the last one to see my child.
You're right.
So
Yeah.
we gave authorizations and we had to get it notarized. So they end up making her do the statement over so they wouldn't have to do it.
Right.
And that's how that went about. And also with that, but my problem is they questioned her, and she told in her statement she spoke of another person's name that supposed to help her with my daughter on this toilet. And why did they not question her? Why is not a statement with her
Right.
and her
Yeah.
name on there?
Right.
I
Yeah.
ain't understanding that either.
Do you know how many of you know how many of Monica's family members was on the trip with them?
All of them are family members.
All
Well,
of
I
them.
think they married to.
With my daughter and her is six of them. I mean, there was married couples or whatever, so I don't know actually who's the cousin, but it's married in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
none of them came and see us. None of them called us. None of them gave us any type of sympathy.
That's the problem
Right.
right there.
So after all of this stuff, after that you find out, after the pictures, after the videos, um,
That's what he said.
after everything, has Monica reached back out to explain anything? Have y'all I mean, w- has she been in any other contact?
Yeah, I reached out because I've been frustrated to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I talked to her about that picture on the toilet.
Yeah.
Cause she gave us all the pictures that Monica gave us. It got the
Mhm.
time, the date, it got where it's at and ceremony or whatever.
Right.
That picture don't have that on there, so she screenshot it. So I told Monica why would she screenshot the
Mm.
picture and not send us the original picture like she did everything else.
Right. Right.
So I told her, she said that she had it, so I told her to send it to me, and that's the last time I
Hmm.
talked to her. That was 4 months ago.
And she never sent it.
I said it again before you picked up this when we had it on the social media page,
Right.
and they was rambling on there, and I asked her again, and she ignored it and still ain't sent it.
You still haven't sent it. That's crazy. Wow. I want to thank y'all so much for coming on tonight. We're definitely I'm going to continue sharing Oneisha's story until we get
Pencil Ross, what you mean you don't understand the parents? What you mean by that? I think this is a situation in which everybody has to learn kind of what's going on in this situation. And I think that if you can only do so much, and then you can only do so much with resources that people give to you. And I think in this particular situation, she specifically stated here too that it was hard for her to talk to people in Puerto Rico. You can't really have conversations with the medics. You can't have conversations with the police department. You can't have conversations with anybody because a lot of them aren't speaking like good English. She also stated too that the I mean her daughter is 30 years old. She's grown, right? Um Monica, I don't know the extent. I need to ask a little bit more. Um they aren't reaching out to the parents when they are on the trip. Monica's parents. Oh, Monica's parents. Honey, the fact that none of them have reached out is very telling. It's telling. Y'all can reach out to this family and give condolences. There always is going to be a sideways look from people. When you can be sympathetic, empathetic in a situation, and I guess you really can't be if all these questions are coming your way. All these because we still trying to figure out where did the blood come from. If she got sick because she had too much alcohol, where is the blood coming from? Oh, I was just making sure to repeat it, right? I was just making sure. But no, in all seriousness, where did the blood come from? Where why was she wrapped up in a towel? And if you called her mom and asked her mom, what should you do? Now, granted, the paramedics were there, but y'all see where she covered up and lied. She said she called her mom to ask her mom what was did she have any health complications, issues, or anything of that sort. Mom said no, which says that the paramedics were there. Mom just also confirmed too that she was able to get in contact with the medics to figure out if they actually performed CPR on Oneisha. They told her that they did not perform CPR on Oneisha allegedly because she was already showing signs of being dead. Monica got a lot of questions to answer because then you also heard the dad mention that Monica mentioned to him that she had help with her in the bathroom, but they didn't question that person. Y'all, this sounds too similar to Shanquilla's case. And again, I hate to be that way, but when I first read it, I said, "Oh, heck no," because this is giving me Shanquilla again. Y'all called to tell. You didn't say alcohol poison, but you did say she drunk too much. She was making noises and stuff like that. And I just don't get it. If my friend has drunk that much, and my friend start acting like not my friend, I'm calling 911. I am calling 911. We've been sitting up here minding our business, having too many drinks, and I need y'all to come check on my friend because my friend is over here making noises. She's not my friend right now. She's not doing what I know my friend would be doing. That's how I would operate with a friend. I wouldn't take no, and I'm not like what, Monica? Come on now. Too much like Shanquilla's case. Yeah, I agree. I just hate that these parents are even going through this. Absolutely. A lot of questions unanswered. They're not getting the answers that they actually need in this particular situation. I don't, I, I think the biggest thing for me is the fact that she was set up on the toilet and y'all said that the paramedics came and did CPR. How? How was the paramedics able to do CPR with her body? Y'all gotta go visit the link in order to look at that picture of her sitting up. It is very graphic. I will go ahead and say that, but you can literally tell that she's not alive. I'm trying to figure out if the paramedics came to do CPR, why would they sit her back on the toilet with her pants down? Her pants was down. And if that's the case, where did the blood come from? It's so many questions. One thing about it is we are going to most definitely keep up with this because I this ain't it, y'all. This ain't it. I ever since I saw Gerald post this story, and I'm getting chills all over again just because of the fact that it I can't imagine going to another destination and literally have a good time with friends and somebody literally does this to you. This is crazy. And also too, you're not going to pressure me to drink If I don't feel like in that moment that I want to drink to have a good time, because you know I always got to drink to have a good time. But if I knew you're not, mm, mm, mm. As a grown man, you're not pressuring me to do no drink. I'm just saying, if I don't want to drink, I just don't want to drink, right? You can honestly tell in those videos. I slowed the video down, but you can honestly tell in that video that it looks like, okay, yeah, she has been drinking, but I gotta tread lightly with how I feel about this until we start getting some answers. But y'all, this, just so that we know, a couple little takeaways from this. There has been no criminal charges, no nothing brought against this. This happened in February, and we are now in August, and we are just now bringing this to, like, we're just now really hearing about this story. It's important to get these type of stories out, because guess what? This family has no closure, no justice, no nothing. And I think at every point and every turn when something like this happens, a family deserves justice. They deserve their answers to be, I mean, their questions to be answered. And I want to make sure that we do what we are supposed to do in regards to this, and this is getting this story out to the public. So this is what I need you guys to do. I need you guys to make sure you hit that like button. There wasn't, I didn't expect too many people to tune in to this particular live. But for those of you that did tune in, if you all wouldn't mind sharing this story with your friends and family. I also want to say Miss Oneisha and her family is from Virginia. So if you know anyone around in that area who may know these individuals or who may know something, we gotta get this story out, because Monica, I, something ain't right. Something in the buttermilk ain't clean. We see it. I don't know. This really breaks my heart, y'all. It really does. So this is what I'm gonna do again. Like, please, again, like I said, share, get the word out, let everybody know that they need to catch up on this particular video. Make sure you hit the like button on both Chef Don Don page and the Chef Don Don Productions page. Make sure that you're liking the video, the community post, all of that good stuff, so we can try to get this out. Because justice for Oneisha, Shearin, okay? Justice for Oneisha Shearin. This is the story of Oneisha Shearin. Monica Harris is the friend that she went to Puerto Rico with. Monica Harris's family was also in Puerto Rico. They did mention something about couples trip and stuff like that. Um, we saw videos in which Oneisha was drinking, and you can kind of tell she was a little hesitant, and there are maybe certain things that she has, that she just doesn't do, but it just all feels weird. So, guys, listen, I wanted to make sure again that I got this out. Please, please, please support um in regards to the couples got, yeah, that couples got me too. To think folks have potentially studied Shanquilla's case and now duplicating it in a sense is scary. VS speaks. I was thinking that, I ain't want to sound like no weirdo, but I was like, this just sounds too much like the Shanquilla story to me. It really does. Excuse me. We need to start traveling. We need to stop traveling abroad. Can't trust friends. Can't trust counsel. Can't trust countries to assist you in need. That's true. That is so true. That, I mean, and that's facts. I mean, you're not safe. You got to be extremely careful out here, traveling, wanting to have a good time, wanting to be able to experience. But yeah, it's too much like Shanquilla's case. It too much like. Because remember, they kept saying that same thing. Alcohol poisoning, she had to lay down. Remember Nazir was saying that he was singing Summer Walker to her and stuff like that. This is giving me, me and my friend went in the bathroom to check on her, and that's where she passed away, was at on the toilet with her pants down. I don't know, y'all. It's weird. It's weird. Y'all remember when they kept saying some certain things? We found out later on that possibly we really still don't know in the Shinkula case if that's true or not. But I, yeah, honey, mama and daddy, and that's it. Almost it's almost all you can go out of town with to enjoy or abroad to just enjoy. It just it's crazy. Okay. But I want to bring you guys this story. I knew that this was probably going to be like a little longer live or on the longer side. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. I really am. My heart breaks for Onisha's mom and dad. My heart really breaks for them because I can only imagine being in a situation not having the answers that you really want, especially something like this. So, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on any other information that Gerald happens to find out, or that I may happen to find out in this process, or whatever the case may be. I know he's keeping a very close eye on it. Shout out to him for interviewing with the parents. I think it was an amazing interview. And I also think
Get
too
justice. We
that he
want to
does an amazing job with his interviews because he makes whoever he's interviewing at that moment feel like that they are, you know, comfortable and so forth. So there's the link to his video. Excuse me. There's a link to his video, and then also to the I'll put the North Carolina beat. Um, hold on one second. I'll put the North Carolina beat the article from there as well in here so that you'll have that, okay? Because it's important to see, and then you can go there and see those pictures if you feel like you're up to it. I'm just gonna go ahead and say again that those pictures are pretty graphic. But I'm gonna provide you with the link, and I'll put the link in the description box of this video as well, so that you'll have it. All right. With that being said, yeah, shout out to my boy Gerald. With that being said, y'all, I appreciate you again. There is the link. I am about to get up out of here. You guys make sure you subscribe to both channels, hit that like button on both videos. Please make sure you hit that notification bell, and I will be sure to see you guys in the next video. Justice for Oneisha Shearin. Peace, love, and blessings to her family and to you all.